And our message is very clear. We diplomatically gave a lot of time to the company. Of course, it has been almost about 6 months and a half, heading to 7 months right now. Since we started, we got this challenge that we have right now in work zone. It was sharp July the 3rd that this problem happened. Then from there, the company promised to pay people gradually, of which they paid some people very small amount of money. Then that also gave them some more time. As you guys know, they were doing some little payouts, which it was referred to it as partial payment, and that partial payment was just a small amount of money, and it was wasting a lot of time. Later on, we had a meeting. We had a lot of meeting anyway uh, with leaders. Like, we may not come out and post everything in the groups, but like, there is a day. Recently, we had a meeting with the Nigerian team, including myself, of which we took more than 5 hours in the call. The same thing with the Ethiopian leaders. Not once, not twice. It's countless times that we always have meeting. How are we going to put an end to this confusion that's going on in our teams? But many people think that, the leaders are doing nothing, and the leaders don't even care about what is happening. And I don't really understand where that kind of accusation comes from. However, since we have talked diplomatically, tried to pressure the company owners in physically, online, and with everything that we can manage, we decided to use some other means to force them do what they are supposed to do. Are we going to solve all the problems in one day? We don't know. But we have started the process of forcing them in terms of legally. When you have problem with any company in any country, you will of course you will try everything possible for you to solve your problem with that company in a diplomatic means or whatever. But later on, when when you believe that the problem is outside your control, then there is what we call law that is going to make people, do what they are supposed to do. At the end of the day, like, for example, some people are saying that why were you guys saying that we have to start a legal case long time ago while we were not, in support of it? Of course, not everybody has the same thing. The same team, I mean, in work zone. Some people have a few downlines. Some people have a lot of downlines. Some people sponsored so many people. Some people sponsored 2-3 people. So the kind of pressure we have is completely different. So if Mr. Matthew from Nigeria comments something, he comments something according to the pressure he's receiving. So his comment does not represent somebody with one downline who joined with a package of $30. It does not represent that. He talks on behalf of himself. So whenever somebody comments, there is no politics behind it. Like, for example, the pressure I have and the pressure Madam Mir and MSC of Kenya have, it can't be the same. We can have, both of us can have a pressure, but the pressure can't be the same. All of us are having different kinds of pressure. Madam Tolu from United Kingdom, she has a lot of things. So somebody who is like 10 generations from her, 20 generations from her in the UK may not have the kind of pressure that she's receiving in terms of being pressurized from the downlines, all right? So what we decided to do, I think it was about 3-4 months ago, a group of us say that, okay, let's go to the law, and we ask the law to support us and bring those people to justice. It's either they pay or they are going to be, facing the consequences of what we are facing right now. Then some people among us say that, no, that's not the right way. Even among the top leaders, that is the disagreement that we had, that we shouldn't go to the law because they will end up delaying us even more than we are, And the company continued coming back and continued promising. Remember, I said in the beginning when the problem started in July 3rd, 2022, then the partial payment was promised. So even if it is a small amount of money, they continued doing that for some time, of which it was a small amount, and that gave them some little time, which is about 2-3 months, right? Then from there, Then the next 3 months until end of December 2022, it kept on, being pushed by the promises that we have been receiving. That's when we said end of December is we said now this should be the full stop to all the promises. And I was very clear with Dr. Kashif and to everybody that communicated to me in terms of ownership behind the company. Even that day in the meeting, we told them that from today we don't want any announcement. So if the promise is not going to be fulfilled at the end of December 2022, then the step is going to be different. We even clearly told doctor that it will be a legal process that the team is going to start. I am sure all the leaders inside here, you were available in the call, even if the members were not there. I clearly told the doctor that if this thing is not going to be fixed by end of December, that then the next step is going to be going for legal process, of which now that is the case at hand. So before I continue saying what I'm supposed to say in terms of what we are also doing from our side, I just wanted to make something very clear to some of you guys who think that we normally join companies when we are walking on the street. That's not how we began this company. Personally, that's not how I joined this company. Number one, when I was prospected, when I was told about this company, I was prospected, all right? Then I had to ask so many questions, not asking questions orally, but I had to visit so many offices and get confirmation. So when, for instance, if we are going for legal process, personally, there are so many companies that are going to be involved in the process. Number one, Damak. Number two, MR. All those companies have confirmed it physically to all our leaders. Maybe those of you who have never been to Dubai or any of the events, you may not know what we are saying right now, but all the leaders will agree with me. We went to the office of Damak in front of our CEO, the company owner, in their own head office, said to us that we are working with WorkZone. And remember, Damak is not a building, the kind of company you can say, okay, they might be telling us something wrong. That's the company, the biggest real estate company in the Middle East, if not among the big real estate companies in the world. So we took that in our heart. Forget that. On top of that, there are also other offices that the company owners own, including the office where they process, foreign passports in case somebody wants to invest in Turkey and the rest of the countries. Broadcom. We went there. We recorded video there. We visited. We reconfirmed not once, not twice, that it is owned by the owners of WorkZone. It was 100% confirmed. Personally, I confirmed it before joining. That's when I said, okay, I think this thing is going to work for me and the people that are going to be working together with us also. And let me give you guys another example. Maybe in case you guys think maybe the leaders of Nigeria just joined the day we told them about the business. We took almost a week, hours and hours and hours, communicating, inviting the company owners, inviting the company owners. On several occasions, that's when the leaders have decided, okay, this thing is going to work for us. Did they say that, okay, now we can begin the business? No. The leaders from Nigeria demanded that we can only promote this company if and only if the company is going to be registered in our country. So what's the point of it? Is somebody saying you promoted the company that is registered in your country, and again, instead of going to ask the company that is registered, because your government knows them, right? They have all the documents in your country. Now you leave the document aside, you leave everything aside, and your focus is attacking somebody that invited you to the business. And moreover, the people who are doing that, they also have their own line. They want to forget that they also invited others, and they want to attack the people that invited them. That's not how things work, ladies and gentlemen. And you know us very clearly. All the leaders in WorkZone, if I'm to be very honest, we did the business with a completely clean intention, of which we advised our downline from our past experience that they shouldn't invest. I hope when I say this, you will remind everything I was saying. Remember everything I was saying, like as if it is a music, because there is no single meeting that we have done, and I was part of it, and I forgot to say what I'm about to say right now. We told people, don't invest what you cannot be able to lose. And we advise Ethiopians in Ethiopian language, South Sudanese in Arabic language, in every single country that work with us, that they shouldn't borrow any amount of money to join work zone. So you cannot blame that this leader has done this to me, that leader has done that to me. That's not the case. So please, when you are about to be very arrogant, it's better to focus where you should channel your arrogancy, not to the leaders. The leaders have done nothing wrong to anybody. So, ladies and gentlemen, number one, how is the company going to be present in terms of legal? For us, the ones of Ethiopia, I will get back to that with our own language. I'm talking about the international companies, right? Nigeria, the company is fully registered. Was it registered by the name of King Obi? No. Was it registered after the name of Mr. Matthew Dada? No. Mr. Latunde? No. They have nothing to do. They are local Nigerians who came to join when the company is already registered in their country. The people that registered the company are the owners of the company. They are three. The government knows them. They have certificates for it. They have all the legal documents. So the government of Nigeria can legally ask them that you have collected money from our people, so you should pay them back. That's what they are going to. I think Mr. Matthew can be saying a few things about it. There is nothing like doing something and you start shouting at the leaders. A lot of companies were going ahead, coming to Africa, do something and go peacefully, because every single member will focus on attacking his own people than focusing on the company. Let me give you guys one example. Recently, one big exchange got crashed called FTX. Did the member of FTX went against the people that told them that this exchange is good? No, everybody focused on the company. Right now, the owner of FTX is there in America, is in jail. They are asking him bring back the money. So it's good to know where to channel when it comes to the attacks and whatever. Then the second thing, in Kenya, the company was registered. I'm very sure, Madam Emerson, when you came to join, that was the first thing you asked, if the company is registered in the country. You said, of course. Your upline told you, you accepted it after seeing. So what is the point of now somebody leaving the company that is registered in his country? You can't even go complain to your government about what is happening to you. And all you can do is to look for somebody who poor networkers who are running up and down to look for what to look after their family. And that is, we can't be professional at attacking one another. So the most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, is to combine efforts. Of course, that's what we have been discussing with Nigerian leaders, South Sudan leaders, Kenya leaders, Uganda leaders, United Kingdom, and every single country, including my own country, Ethiopia. So there is an organized way of doing things, of which some of the countries have already started. I will be giving them a chance to speak, what they have, how far they have gone. And I'm sure the message is very clear. If not, I'm very sure they must be having their representative or themselves are in the call with a different name, because we are seeing a lot of code in the meeting right now. They might be listening to what I'm saying. And I'm going to begin from one of our leaders at the top of my call, Mr. Matthew Dada. Please go ahead, my brother. Mr.
Mr. Dawit, good evening, everybody. I want to thank everybody on the call. Most of my country people are not on the call tonight because the information was very short to them. Notwithstanding, I can see few of them on the call. We have given Dr. Kashif, I think, enough time. We have, this is this highest level of patient that we can give. We understand the kind of attitude Dr. Kashif issues. He was not under duress last month when he came here on call to come and make promises upon promises and told the whole world that he's going to pay every month runs out. But unfortunately, he failed, and he never come back again to even address the issue. So it's kind of highest level of disrespect towards the people. Yeah, and he's speaking on his behalf, try to make sure that we defend his complaint even when we have nothing to gain from him. I've never seen somebody like Dr. Kashif before. See me, who see the pride is too much, the arrogance is completely incomparable. But I've never seen such an arrogance before. That is not the area I'm going. We have taken a step, and the step we have taken is a law. I've taken the step. We have gotten all the information needed. By the grace of God, yes, by coming week from Nigeria. It's as simple as that. I don't want to go further. We have contacted all the appropriate authority, and the right thing has been presented before us. Truth, we didn't go to just police stations. We went straight to Interpol. And we have been able to get everything needed. We have been able to get at Interpol. So,
Mr. Matthew, something was shouting next to you, like something like, I don't know if birds or something. Please, can you repeat that,
yes.
That you have contacted the
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. Thank you very much. We did not go to police station at all. We went to get every necessary information we needed. They have guided us, and we have done everything needed. So, yes, by next week, Dr. Kasi will hear from us. It is now a battle to start begging, and we are no longer asking him to come and have a meeting with anybody. So, he should just prepare the battle. We are ready for the battle. I have never seen where a single person will win. If a single person can win thousands of people, then let's go to the field. Let's see how it's going to happen. So here from Nigeria, we are one entity. We are united, and this is going to be a war until we get to the root of everything before we end. Thank God there is nobody in Nigeria, not King Gobi, not Latude, not Matthew, not Uche, not Jude. Any single kobo or discussion with anybody outside the proper thing that was done, BAC registration that was rented in Nigeria, and everything was done by Dr. Kashif's name. So I think we have to enter the field. So by next week, as from Monday, next tomorrow, we start from hearing from us. And that is all what I will say. And everybody will see it. Because the strength of the weak depends on the law.
You said you didn't go to police station. I just wanted to ask you for the authorities that you have started with.
Okay. We did not go to police station, Mr. David, office. And it is side dish to go to police station for international case. This is beyond issue of going to small police station. He is an international criminal, so by that, and that is where we went to, and we have gotten everything needed. Everything needed. We have gotten it, and by the special grace of God, as I said, by next week, doctor will hear from us. Brother, no going back. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Matthew, speaking on behalf of Nigerians. I know you, Uche, Mr. Judah Labadiemi, and I don't know who that.
Mr. David.
Yes, yes.
Just hold on. I have never seen. Thank God it's a global call, and I know this is on record. This is not time for anybody to be afraid. Anybody who is afraid of anything now, then you die with the fear. You just die with the fear. I can be patient as long as possible. And that is how we build ourselves naturally. We cannot give this man good 7 months. It's obvious he's buying time. Let's see whether Dr. Kashif wants to escape this. I don't know whether he has to enter grant. I don't know whether he has to be on the surface criminal activity that has been done upon all Africa. Let's see how it's going to go about this. We give you good footnotes to address necessary issues. The last meeting that took place will never call on you. You make the call by yourself. And after you fail, for you to come and address the issue, you couldn't even do that. Today is January 14th. I have never seen such a weak fellow in my life. I've never in my life. Who careless about himself? Who careless about the law? If many of you are thinking whether because initially we have two fear. If one of the fear that we are having initially was a condition of this business, it was sleepless night. It gave us sleepless night. We couldn't sleep because we know the time and condition of the business is so tedious upon everybody that nobody may be able to escape. When we got to Interpol, it was clear. It was a clear factor that you cannot in enemies house or ask somebody not to come to your house. If he come to your house, you are going to kill him. And eventually the person come to your house and you kill the person and you said because you have put time and condition. And the law will not hold you on. I think that is what Dr. Kashif is holding on. And that will destroy him completely. If he believes that he can hold on with time and condition, we have been able to get all the proper. So if he's relying on those weak evidences that the time and condition can be able to save him, that is what is going to even destroy him more. So this is not taking us for granted that we need to show him the kind of stuff we are made of. It is only a battle Nigeria doesn't want to win. Nigeria does not win. It is only a battle we don't want to win or we are not interested upon but the bad price of the people. Or if that person has collected money from Dr. Kashif, it is that time that person can be afraid. People like us in Nigeria, since we have never had one kobo, very, very sure 100%, the only one thing that will not make Dr. Kashif to go to jail, except if this is not a criminal activity. So we have entered the shoe together, then let's swim through the ocean and let's see who is going. The weakness of Dr. Kashif has proven the kind of person he is. You make promises upon promises to people. You failed. Piece of remorse to that. And you cannot even come up with any reasonable, idea to see how you can solve the problem and take people away from this. But bad business. People are dying on a daily basis. People are in jail. People are in cells. People are in police stations. People are crying. People can. We are getting to the road in whereby we are going to show him the kind of stuff we are made of. I want him to hear from Nigeria, specifically from Nigeria. When we hear from Nigeria, he will understand the kind of stuff Nigeria are made of. And we are not weak vessels. When it comes to law, when it comes to what we understand, if the Dr. Kashif thinks whether he can cripple us financially so that he cannot be able to handle the case, whatsoever we want to do, we get it done by law. And by that time, Dr. Kashif will know that Africa is not a country or it's not a region you can do with it. If anybody has done this, Dr. Kashif and his co-friend will never escape this. Thank you, brother. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Matthew. It's good that you have gone to as far as going to Interpol, which is very okay, which is very nice. I think we have discussed this thing so many times with the Nigerian leaders for the past many months. and it's a very nice step, and I believe this is going to give a clear message. By the way, as soon as this meeting is finished, the recording of this meeting I will forward it to all the company owners, including Mr. Arish, Mr. Usman, and Dr. Kashif. And I'm sure they are going to listen to it. And we have all their home addresses and everything. To some of you guys who think that we did a business anyhow. I'm just seeing somebody commenting, saying that it's being, unfortunately, in Uganda, they existed as the classic conmen. That's a lie. In Uganda, if there is any country that the company owners registered the company before any country, it was in Uganda. It has to be very clear. Uganda even existed with this company before I was a member. Uganda came.
Mr. Dawit, can I comment and I respond to that person?
Okay, please, Mr. Siron.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. I don't know that the person who has said so, but I want him or her to come to the office and we show him or her the reference letter from the police. We made the statements and the reference letter is in the file where all the documents of the company are there. So that person should come to the office and we show him. We show him or her all the evidence that we reported to the police and to Interpol. And so, as other leaders from different countries have done, I think we did so. I think we are the first to do so. Dawit, you remember?
Yes, 100%.
Yes, we are the first to do so. So if somebody says Uganda did the ABCD like equipment, everything is there. We couldn't do the business without the company's documents. And when we sensed something wrong with the company, we were the first to report to the police and to the Interpol. We were advised, and we have the reference letter from the police at our office. So please, you contact me direct, and I show you. Thank you. And thank you very much, Mr. Matthew, and all Nigerian leaders, all the countries I know. You have done your best what you are supposed to do. As Dawit said, for us leaders, we took responsibilities of helping other people to invest their money, but we are not the people with the money. So we are not blamed. However, you have the right to blame us, but as Mr. Matthew said, I think everything we are going to be in the field and we see who will win, the people and the company. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Siron Misinguzi. That's the truth that he has said. If to be honest, Uganda was the first country that got registered in Africa. Uganda was the first person the company registered, and when they registered, even I don't think Siron is even a member by then. And it was in if I'm not mistaken, it was end of 2020 that the company got registered in Uganda. And the company even had an office before any of us were even a member in work zone. And in fact, myself, I was connected to the team of work zone and to the company. However much later on when we meet, we began the business in our own way, but the connection actually came from the registration that took place in Uganda. And when it comes to starting a legal battle against the company, Uganda was the number one country that started it even, because we discussed with the Uganda leaders some time back. And if I'm to be very honest, I was among the people that initiated the advised the Ugandan leaders that, because some of our leaders were getting arrested in Uganda. Some of them we worked together for 10 years, 8 years, 9 years. I know their home, they know my home. I know their children, they know my children. And when they start getting arrested and the police chasing them left, right, center, we can't just sit down and watch our friends struggle, and they start sleeping outside their home. That's not how it is done. So I had to advise the Ugandan leaders together with Mr. Semrembe Roni, Mr. Siron, and the rest of the leaders, then the initiative was taken and the issue was reported to police. Then normally this is how it is done. You go to report to police. When the police look for the owners in the country, and when they are not available, the police will ask Interpol for support. That I've looked in the country and they are not available, so please help me look, search them globally. All right. Let me give you guys a clue. Right. Let me give you guys a clue. I might have said it before. I may not. No, I may not have said. I'm not sure if I've ever said it. Among the three owners of the company, the one who can actually communicate, the one who has even sense in terms of, if I can call it sense, it's only Dr. Kashif. Mr. Arish Anjum, of which I can even share everything of his right now in the call, does not want to communicate. If you communicate to him, he will even tell you that stop crying and come and join other businesses, and we do. And even right now as I'm speaking, he has other businesses here in Dubai. He comes to Dubai in a hidden way, goes back, nobody sees him, and when you communicate to him, he says like he has a lot of ways to whatever. And as far as I know, remember when you go to Interpol, they know the wallet that the company used to collect money from people is a Binance wallet. Listen to me very carefully. Those of you guys who are aware about how how the blockchain works and they still want to give a deaf air to it, I think you will understand what I'm saying. Number one, when you collect money from global businesses using blockchain or maybe a wallet that the company used to collect money, or the TRC20 that they had in the back office, remember it's a Binance wallet. All right? So when it is a Binance wallet, Binance does not allow you, all right? Binance does not allow you to integrate API unless you do KYC. So when you do KYC, it means you have used ID within that Binance account to verify that Binance account so that it can work for you connecting to it. As far as I know, and I'm sure about what I'm saying, the wallet was created after the name of Mr. Arish Anjum. Let me share it. The wallet was created after Mr. Arish Anjum, of which Dubai government can anytime request from Binance, which is, they have their office here. Binance actually has office in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Binance can disclose that from day one until today. Where was the wallet opened? Who is the KYC that is in the wallet? How much money has come to that wallet? From where? Who have been logging into the wallet? The money was withdrawn and sent to where? Everything they will investigate. That's not our work. It's the authorities to do that. It's the authority we do that. As far as the business is concerned, from day one, myself, the three owners of the company, Mr. Usman, we even had a meeting recently, and even last week I had communicated to Mr. Usman. However much Mr. Arish was not willing to communicate, Mr. Usman was saying that we are trying to do ABCD, whatever, of which now I communicated to doctor, and he's saying that the business is coming live once again, and we are going to be doing everything we can to pay people, and whatever. But the promise, imagine, as leaders, you can listen to the promise. Some people even want to go to legal whatever the same day the problem started. Some of us gave them time, exactly the way Mr. Matthew was saying. Okay, the market is not doing well. Even big companies are crashing. Even big institutions are crashing. Their economy is going down. Okay, let's be human beings and give them time. Is that a criminal that what we have done is a criminal? No, we didn't do any mistake. Okay, let's give them time. The time upon time, then in the middle of that, many of our leaders were getting arrested. Some of us have received the kind of abuse that even a devil have never received. And we just kept on giving, we just kept on building a bulletproof head, and we continue doing what we are supposed to do. And we are not commenting, we are not writing, like I had a meeting with Nigeria leaders the other time for 5 hours. Am I supposed to come and write all what I have said for 5 hours in the group of Ethiopians? No, that's not how we do things. If I'm to do right now as we are leading the meeting, is there any direct sales or indirect sales commission we are going to get from this? No. In fact, we are going to be among the enemies to the owners of the company or whatever, which we don't care about it, right? So the issue is this. Number one, when you file a case in your country, remember now it's about 5, 6, 7 countries channeling together to the same institution. I'm going to be allowing the rest of the countries. As far as I know, the people of Nigeria started. The people of Uganda was actually the number one to start it. Now Kenya has also started the process this week. South Sudan has started the process this week. The UK, we are going to be hearing, I'm sure they are going to, because even in the United Kingdom, the company is registered, all right? So this is how things should be done. Instead of saying that, let's go attack this person, let us abuse this person, which is not going to help anybody. It will just expose that you are not a good person, where you are attacking a completely wrong person instead of focusing on what you are supposed to be focusing. And I can say a very good job well done, Mr. Cyril Misenguzi, and the leaders of Uganda and the leaders of Nigeria. You have done everything in a professional manner, and the rest of the countries are going to join you. Now, it comes back to the issue of Ethiopia, all right? I will say it in English and I will repeat it in our own language in a very, quick way. Number one, we wanted to register Ethiopia when we started the business. We even forced it. The company owners, I myself, I was forcing Mr. Arish, together with his partners, Dr. Kashif and Usman, that this company must be registered in Ethiopia the same way it was registered in the rest of the countries. He said no problem. In fact, that time he didn't refuse. He wanted to register. But Ethiopia does not allow a foreign retail investment or a foreign, somebody that wants to collect money. And network marketing in general is not allowed in Ethiopia. We don't understand the reason, but the government knows it. And we don't have also international bank in Ethiopia. It's not just network marketing. It was not possible to register it. So we did the business without having registration. The network marketing, cryptocurrency is not illegal. At the same time, it's not legal in the country. There is no legal ground that you can use to register the company. So as Ethiopian members, I think, I'm not sure what the lawyer is going to advise us, because we have already contacted some lawyers of which some, lawyers are very busy. They say, I have a court issue, whatever. But we wanted an advice how we can be collecting, the everybody's, together, and file also a case. And we wanted to know exactly how to begin, from where to begin and how to begin. And I'm sure maybe beginning of this week also we will be getting a lawyer that is going to give us exactly what we are supposed to do. But according to the advices that I got from a lawyer here in Dubai, he said that there should be a way of collecting a petition, and he clearly said the terms and the conditions in the back office does not save anybody. There is no terms and the conditions that's going to support you be able to collect money from the rest of the world, and you say that it's because of the terms and the conditions that you are not going to pay people. He said terms and the conditions are there to protect a company, but does not guarantee a fraud. That's what he said. Does not guarantee a fraud. And for them, they have their ways of, verifying or investigating. That is none of my business. But I am sure that is what we are going to be doing. So በኢትዮጵያ ሳይድ ያለነው ሊደሮች ያው እንደሰማችሁት እንግሊዘኛ የምትሰሙት እንደሰማችሁት ከዩጋንዳ እና ከናይጄሪያ ሌሎችም ሊደሮች ገና ይናገራሉ። ኦሬዲ ክስ ተከፍቷል። ከዚህ በፊት ብዙ ጊዜ ሚቲንግ እናደርግ ነበር። ለአንድ ሰዓት ለሁለት ሰዓት እንኳን ሳይሆን አንዳንድ ጊዜ 6 ሰዓት ሚቲንግ ላይ የምንቆይበት ጊዜ ነበረ። አንዳንዶቻችን መከሰስ አለባቸው፣ አንዳንዶቻችን ደግሞ የተወሰነ ጊዜ ይሰጣቸው። ጊዜ ስጡን ካሉ ሄደን ከከሰስናቸው ነገሮች ማበላሸት ነው የሚሆንብን እንጂ አይጠቅመንም። ነገሮችን የምናቆይ ነው እንዲጓተት እናደርጋለን በማለት እስካሁን ድረስ እየታገስን ነው። ነገሮች ተከፍቶ ለአሁኑ ጊዜ የደረሱት ማለት ነው። እንደዛም ሆኖ ግን ጊዜው የቆየ በሄደ ቁጥር ሰዎች ቀጥታ ወደ ካምፓኒው ከመዞር ይልቅ አንተ ወደ ካምፓኒው ያበጣይ ብሎ እርስ በራሳቸው አታክ መደራረግ፣ ስም መጠፋፋት፣ ብዙ ነገሮች ነበሩ እንደምታውቁት። ስለዚህ እስከ ዲሴምበር ቃል የተገባውን ሁላችንም የምናውቀው ነው። ዲሴምበር ላይ እኔ በበኩሌ የሆነ ነገር ያደርጋሉ፣ በጣም ትንሽም ገንዘብ ይሁን የሆነ ነገር ያደርጉና አትሊስት የሚወራለት ነገር ይኖራል ብዬ ጠብቄ ነበረ። ግን በጣም በሚገርም ሁኔታ $1 አልተከፈለም። ስለዚህ የዛኔ ነው ሁሉም ሀገር ላይ ያለነው ሊደሮች ድጋሚ ደግሞ ሚቲንግ ማድረግ የጀመርነው። ታስታውሱ እንደሆነ ወደ ዲሴምበር መጀመሪያ አካባቢ ላይ ነው ቃል የተገባው። ስለዚህ ሙሉ 30 ቀን ነው የሰጣቸው ማለት ነው። እኛም 30 ቀኑን እንግዲህ በዚህ መሀል ሌላ ሚቲንግ አናረግም እየጠበቅን ስለሆነ ቀጠልን መጠበቁን። ከዛ በኋላ ያው አወቅ ነው ምንም ነገር እንዳልተደረገ። ስለዚህ ወዲያውኑ ደግሞ ሚቲንግ ማድረግ ጀመርን ማለት ነው። አሁን እንግዲህ እየተደረገ ያለው ኢትዮጵያ ላይ ሬጂስተር አልተደረገም ካምፓኒው እንደምታውቁት። እሱ ብቻ ሳይሆን የትኛውም ካምፓኒ ከውጭ ሀገር መጥቶ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ የሚሰራ ሬጂስተር መደረግ አይችልም። ክሪፕቶ ካረንሲ ሌጋልም ኢሌጋልም አይደለም ኢትዮጵያ ላይ። እንደዛ ማለት ግን ማንም ሰው ኢትዮጵያ መጥቶ የሆነ ነገር ኮሌክት አድርጎ ከዛ በኋላ ሬጂስተር ስላልተደረገ ነው ገንዘቡን የማልከፍለው ማለት አይችልም። ኦፍ ኮርስ ብዙ ወዎች አሉ። ካምፓኒውን ማስገደጃ ከከፈሉ ማስገደጃ ነው የሚሆነው፣ አልከፍልም ካሉ ደግሞ ወደ ህግ መውሰጃ ነው የሚሆነው ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ እኔ በበኩሌ ህግ ባለሙያ አይደለሁም። እንዴት አንድ እንደዚህ አይነት ኦርጋናይዝድ ሰፊ ቲም ኦርጋናይዝ ተደርጎ በአንድ ድምጽ ክስ መከፈት እንደሚቻል አላውቅም። ባለፈው አንዳንድ ሊደሮቻችን የግሉም ወደ ኤምባሲ መሄድ ምናምን ብለው የተናገሩት ነገር አለ የኛ ግሩፕ ላይ። እሱን ነገር ወዲያውኑ ተናግሬ ነበር እንደማይቻል። የትኛውም የዩናይትድ አረብ ኤምሬትስ ኤምባሲ እንኳን ላይ ኮምፕሌን ላደርግ መጣው እዛ ሀገር ለሚኖር ያለ ምንም አይነት ዶክመንት ኮምፕሌን ላደርግ መጣው ብሎ እንደዚህ አይነት ማስተንግዶ እንደሌለ እናውቃለን ሁላችንም፣ ያው ሰዎችን ዝም ለማስባል ካልሆነ በስተቀር። ስለዚህ እያደረግን ያለ ነው እዚህ ሀገር የሚኖሩ በኦንላይን ጋር በተያያዘ ወንጀሎች ላይ ኤክስፒሪየንስ ያላቸው ሎየሮችን እየፈለግን ነው። 1-2-3 ሰዎችን አግኝተናል። አንዳንዶቻቸውን አናግረናቸዋል። ከነሱ ውስጥ አንዱን ሰሌክት አድርገን በተሻለ መጠን ሊደሮች ባሉበት እንጋብዛቸውና ኦንላይን ከዛ በኋላ ማድረግ ያለብንን ወይም ደግሞ መሰብሰብ ያለብንን ነገር ይነግሩናል። ያደርጋሉ ብዬ የማስበው ከዚህም በፊት ከሌላ ሎየርም እንደሰማሁት ፒቲሽን ነው የሚያሰባስቡት። ከዛም በኋላ እሱ ላይ ቆሞ ነው ፋይል እዛ ዩኤኢ ኤምባሲ የሚገኘው ላይም ፋይል ይከፍታሉ። እንደዛውም ደግሞ ሌላ ሀገር ላይ ሄዶ ፋይል ይከፍታሉ ማለት ነው። እዚህም ሀገር መጥቶ ፋይል መክፈትም ከሆነ ያው እነሱ አሰራሩን ይነግሩናል ብዬ አስባለሁ። ከዚህ በተረፈ ላይክ የሆኑ የኢትዮጵያ ሊደሮች ብቻ ነገርየውን ማስተካከል እንደሚችሉ ወይም ደግሞ የሆነ ኢትዮጵያ ያልሆነ ሰው ደግሞ ማቆየት እንደሚችል አድርጋችሁ የምታስቡ ሰዎች ሜቢ ካለማወቅ ወይ ደግሞ ነገሮችን ካለመረዳት ነው ብዬ ነው የማስበው። ይሄ የሁሉም ሰው ጉዳይ ነው። በጣም ብዙ ሜምበሮች አሉት ካምፓኒው። በአጠቃላይ ወደ ትንሽም ቲም ቢሆን ወደ ኦልሞስት ወደ 41 ሀገሮች ውስጥ ነው ፕሮሞት ሲደረግ የነበረው እና ዋና የሚባሉ ሀገራቶች ቢኖሩም ግን ቅርንጫፍ ሀገራቶች በጣም ብዙ ነበሩና እነዚህ ሁሉም ሀገር ላይ ያሉት ሊደሮች ነው አንድ ላይ ኦርጋናይዝ ለማድረግ ጥረት እያደረግን ያለ ነው። እንበልና አሁን ዩጋንዳ ላይ ኬስ ተከፍተዋል። ኦልሬዲ ለፖሊስ ስቴሽን አስታወቁ። ፖሊሱ ደግሞ ያው ቀርቦ ባለቤቶቹ ኤክስፕሌን እንዲያደርጉ ወይም ደግሞ የሆነ ነገር እንዲናገሩ መስታወቂያ ወጣ፣ መጥሪያ ተሰጣቸው። በዛ መጥሪያ ምክንያት መሰረት መገኘት አልቻሉም። ስለዚህ ፖሊስ ወደ ኢንተርፖል ሰፖርት ይጠይቃል ማለት ነው። ለእንደዚህ ጉዳይ ገንዘብ ከሰዎች ኮሌክት አድርጎ የጠፉ ሰዎች አሉና ፈልጌ ስላጣዋቸው እናንተ ሰፖርት አድርጉ ብለው ኦርጋናይዝድ መሆን ማለት እንደዚህ ማለት ነው። ግሩፕ ላይ የመጡ ሰዎችን መሳደብ አይደለም። ለሰዎች መብት መከራከር ማለት ግሩፕ ላይ መጥቶ የሆነ ነገር ራስን ጽድቅ ለማድረግ ደግሞ ወይም ደግሞ ሰዎች እንዳይናገሩኝ አትሊስት የሆነ ነገር ልበል ተብሎ የሚደረጉ ንግግሮች ሳይሆኑ ኦርጋናይዝድ ሆኖ ለቲም መቆም ካስፈለገ ለሰዎች መብት መቆም ካስፈለገ ስራ እንደዚህ ነው የሚሰራ። ይሄ ነው እየተደረገ ያለው ሌላ ሀገር ላይ እሱን ነው እያደረጉ ያሉትን ነገርና ለአሁኑ ሌጋሊ የደረሱበትን ደረጃ ነው እያስረዱ ያሉት ማለት ነው የተለያዩ ሀገር ላይ ያሉ ሊደሮች። So I am going to be inviting our leader from South Sudan. Before I invite her, I just want to say a few things about the country of South Sudan. All right. When the business started in South Sudan, in fact, those people came when we were busy growing in work zone, and once they came, they also asked the company that we are not going to promote. Listen to me very carefully. If you are looking at those leaders as if you are looking at the devil, it's completely wrong. Everything you are saying about the leaders of South Sudan is a lie, and it's a wrong one. When they came, Mahmoud, Aluk, In fact, it's not me who's, who knew Mr. Mahmoud. He came from another person. But however, he was saying to the company owners that he cannot promote the company unless the company decides to open office and register in my country. They checked the requirement of registration. The company owners decided to register. When it is registered, the same way Barclays is registered in South Sudan, the same way other banks are registered in South Sudan, that is how Workzone is also registered in your country. The same way M-Pesa was allowed to operate in South Sudan, the same way Workzone was also allowed to operate in South Sudan. If it was illegal, why do the parliament, why do police join, generals join? They knew that a company was legal in the country. Now, since the problem is not coming, you want to forget about the registration that was done in your country, and you want to focus on a poor lady with 19 years. That's not how things work, guys. That's why I said channel your arrogance to where it belongs. You can't be attacking people who are. Mr. Mamouche is here in Dubai right now. I met him the other day because he was told to come and get his property from Dubai by Workzone. Did he get his property? The guy is sleeping somewhere. I don't see. They said some of us were given properties by the company which we are enjoying. Nobody even knows what we are going through, guys. I'm telling you the truth. It was better they didn't give any property to anybody. It was used against us, of which all our single leaders, all of them are chased from the property right now. I'm telling you in front of God. Everybody was not able to pay the continuing month because Workzone was not paying anybody. They failed. The first round was done, and the second round, nobody had money to pay. Right now, some of our leaders, they don't even know what to do. Some of them even brought their family and they start living in that property. Imagine collecting your family and being chased out of the property you thought that you are going to pay for it from the commissions that you are making from Workzone. It's a completely disorganized whatever, ladies and gentlemen. However, once the registration in South Sudan was completed, that's when those guys say, okay, if you have gone that far, let us start promoting the company. They promote it. Some of you guys, even when you came, you mean you joined the company just because it was Aluk who was promoting, or maybe it was because Mahmoud was promoting. If Aluk call you right now and ask you for money, will you give money to her? You can't. You even said, I want to come to the office to pay the money. Some of you guys say, no, I want to see the registration of the company before I give you money. Right now, you don't want to mention about the registration. All you want to mention is the person that told you about the business. You want to attack. Is that how business works? Is that how you fight for your right, guys? By fighting a 20-year-old South Sudanese. That's not how things are done. The company is registered in your country. And I am very sure Aluk, Mahmoud, and the rest of the leaders are putting efforts together in South Sudan also to help Mr. Ari Shanjum Primary, Dr. Kashif Mayun, and Mr. Usman to the law in South Sudan. Then the same process will be followed. It's now the government to look for the owners, not individuals. For us, we are individuals. I know where they are living. What can I do? Some of you guys are sending me messages, especially from Ethiopia, saying that you guys are living in the same country. Can't you go and talk to him? In Dubai, this is a country with legal guys. This is not Africa, where you can go and say whatever you want to say to people. Should you vomit one single word to somebody in an illegal way in Dubai? If you have problem, go to police. If you have any challenge with somebody, you have to just go to police. That is all. If you talk to somebody complains that this person is threatening my life, even if that person has done mistake to you, they will deport you in 24 hours. Or else they will arrest you and they call your family to buy you a ticket so that they can take you to the airport without even saying bye-bye to your family. It's not allowed to attack people in Dubai, guys. If we ask, even when I call, if I call doctor right now, I will be speaking diplomatically, even at the moment when I'm annoyed. Because every single call in this country is censored. You can't be threatening somebody. If you have problem with somebody, the only thing you can do is just go to police. Do I have problem with doctor or individual? No. I have invested my money and I have withdrawn. I'm a leader. I have made commission from this company. Right now, the reason why we are here, Do you think Mr. Simon has money in this company? Do you think Madame Ilonemes is here crying for her money? No, most of us, we have made more money than we have invested. However much most of our leaders invested it back. The issue is that, like, for me, if I go to police right now, say that this person has taken my money, Mr. Arish, Mr. Usman, doctor, take my money. They will say, no, we didn't take any of your money. In fact, they can even say, get back to fight me because they have paid me more money than I've invested because I was making commission on my account. That is how every leader in the company was making money. But the fight is for the team. The fight is for the people, the hundreds of thousands of people that are in our team. I hope it is very clear. So, the South Sudanese, I know some people they want to pretend as if they don't understand even the language we are speaking, but please, I beg you, leave the leaders alone and focus on what others agree. Get Nigeria as an example. They invested more money than you. Uganda invested more money than you. And everybody invested the same amount of dollars that you have invested. There was no separate package for South Sudan. So focus on the legal way and hold the company owners who come to register the company in your country responsible. That's all I can say. Alok, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Dawit, for this time. And I'm glad because we have gathered again to find a way out. Sincerely, it has been a very hard time for us for over 5 or even 6 months right now, especially for us who have done such company for the first time in life. And we did it wholeheartedly after we had registered the company legally. And we actually were doing it to show others what we earned because the company was going very well, it was registered, and we're doing it to help people do it. Business because there are no such anyone who didn't intend to steal anyone's money, but we wanted people to do the business and earn for their own families. But it went well. Somewhere there, it had issues, and it turned out to be a risk to all of us. So for me, from that very time, nobody had ever known what I've ever felt. Cynthia is the real leaders in the country, in the whole of Workzone company, who had emptied their bank accounts, emptied their M-Pesa, their mobile money, everything, trying to solve this issue, were us the South Sudanese leaders. Because we thought that Workzone was going to fix things within a month or 2 months. As they said, in 8 weeks, we are going to pay everybody and all their promises. And we trusted Dr. Kashif. We thought, yes, the payment was going to come back. But then it didn't come. Again, they kept promising. Every month they kept promising. But as they were promising, our fellow citizens became so harsh and hard. Some of them even reached to our homes. Some of them even could come to the office, come and make fights only because of money that we don't know where it had really gone. It didn't go to our pockets, but it's going to the company. And they actually misunderstood us and immediately came and attacked us. So in that way, I don't blame anyone as well. And everybody, they have a right to blame us because we are the leaders. But one thing I want to make clear is to any South Sudanese on this call is that I myself, I am not one of the shareholders of Workzone. I'm just a member. And we came to be leaders, to lead the company and to also promote the business. So it means us, we have also put money into the company, of which the company had got these challenges and didn't pay. It means they didn't pay us as well. So anyone who thinks that me, I am working with Dr. Kashif, that's a big lie from the pit of hell. I am a member, like the rest of the members, Nigerians and the rest of people. And I am just managing the office. So therefore, if people have taken us in a real wrong way, I can't blame them for now. What I can say is we've waited for so long for Dr. Kashif to solve everything, but nothing has happened. Especially, we waited. We just wanted to give him this December. As he said, on December, we are going to clear everyone, every payout, and that's the same information I gave to all my leaders. That last December, they were going to clear everything. But since nothing had happened, yes, for us, we have already started. We have already arranged ourselves. those ones who can come together with us, any South Sudanese can come together with us to work on this thing, it's okay, welcome, and we can work on it until we get our right, until each and everyone get their money, and we go and we look for our own ways to do other business. But for that, we are all disappointed from Dr. Kashif, because me, I've never ever felt like one is going to have such a problem. I've just experienced a lot, and that's enough for me to open a case, or that's enough for me to go on and complain to my government about this. So thank you, Mr. David. Me and my leaders, we are going ahead from here. We are working on things. Thank you.
Thank you, Alok. And I'm sure you should be doing it as quickly as possible in South Sudan. It shouldn't cross next week, so that the effort is together with the rest of the people. Later on, to begin alone is not going to make any sense. And I'm going to be allowing, she's not the top leader of Kenya. The top leader of Kenya was different. And she is actually the 10th generation, or maybe 9th generation to the top leaders of the top leader of Kenya. However, he did it even better than the top leader in Kenya. And that is Madam Miriam Mercy from Nairobi, Kenya. I have allowed you. Please go ahead, Madam Miriam.
Thank you so much, Mr. David, and thank you for everybody who is in this Zoom call at a very, very short notice. It is because we are all concerned. And thank you so much, everybody, because now we are speaking with one voice. And when we are united, we will win. There is no battle that we can't win. And thank you so much for even the clearing that we leaders, we were not the ones who are taking the money. It is Watson. All what we were being crucified is because we saw Watson as a beautiful, beautiful opportunity that was going to change everybody's life. And we took it with passion to enlighten everybody, to teach them about the opportunity. Then you had to make a personal decision to join. And everybody was happy. For the first 1 year, Watson was paying us so well. And we continued and we continued. And we made money. But with a good opportunity like the way it was, we also reinvested all the money. Let me tell you, I have over 45 accounts in Watson, of which that 5 accounts are $10,000. So we are talking of my investment is more than 40 million in Watson. So all the money I made, I put it back. And it is painful when all the members are talking to you like you made money, you didn't get hurt. We all are bleeding. We are all in the same boat. So the pain you're feeling, I'm also feeling it, because the Watson was not any leaders, Nini, and thank you so much, because this call has enlightened many people. I know sometimes when you are hurt, you look for somebody to blame. But now when we move as a pack, as Watson members, against the Watson company, now we are going to win. And let me tell you, we have given Dr. Kashif enough time. If there is anybody who trusted Dr. Kashif, it was me. To me, he looked a man of integrity, and me, I knew it's just a matter of time before he gives us the money. But every promise after every promise after every promise is empty promise. So it is true now. We have to go the legal way, as hard as it may be, because it may take time, but we have to go the legal way. Okay? So we are going. We have now started, and I want everybody in Kenya, I'm going to form a group for people so that we work together, because again, alone you can't make it. There is money needed, so we'll come together. I'll form a WhatsApp group. Anybody who feels can be and want to fight for their rights, let's come together and join. And from Monday, we are on it. Remember, we are passionate, and whenever we focus our passion, we are going to be on top of the game with the other countries. And thank you very much. We are also going to borrow leave from Nigeria, from Uganda, the ones who have already gone through it. And I know within a week we'll be able to do much in Kenya. Thank you so much. And we are going to leave no stone unturned. We must get our rights. We must get our money. Everybody, we must join together. And thank you so much for this opportunity. And let's work together as a team. God bless.
Thank you, Madam Miriam Mercy. The message is very, very clear. And remember, we don't have any problem with anybody. All we have is our problem with the company is about money. And money can solve about money issues. So the best thing the company can do, I'm sure if they are listening to me, and is to start releasing money. It's as simple as that. Payment, we have no problem. No payment, then everybody has a problem. That message has to be extremely clear. Calling me separately, calling Mr. Matthew separately or whatever does not solve anything. It's now about every country's leaders and all the members in the company who has not yet paid. So there is no diplomacy that can be done with one person, two person. So the message has to be very clear. And now the kind of step that is going to be taken, I'm very sure nobody will love to be in that kind of situation in the company. I hope that if they are listening, and I'm sure I'm going to be forwarding this video to them, all we want is money, solve the problem. Like the people that you have dealt are wrong people, it's no longer like, that's the reason why we said the company was supposed to be registered. That's why the leaders of some countries, I'm really happy that the company was registered in all those countries, because now this is the time we are using those registrations against the company, which is very, very important. All right. I'm going to be allowing our leader from the UK, Madam Tolu Olakanpo.
Thank you very much, David, for reaching out to me this evening. To say that I'm frustrated is putting it lightly, because every day in, day out, the team members are contacting me to find out what is happening. I tell them, myself, yourself, we're in the same boat. It is only what we are told that we know. The last was when, as we all know, Dr. Kashif came that by December he will start paying everybody. So I assured them, don't worry. He sounded genuine. Because I thought, as Millennium Messi said, he portrayed himself as a man of integrity. So we're saying to the people, don't worry. They say, are you sure? I said, well, I'm not sure, but what I believe is what he's saying to us. And that's all I can say to you. Now, January, nothing. They're on my neck again, asking me because they think I'm owner, part owner, this and that. I said, no, I'm a member just like yourself. I've not got paid just like yourself. So it's frustrating. I didn't know what to do again. 2 days ago, I sent a message to Mr. Phil because I didn't know, nobody was saying anything. Everybody was confused. My members were calling me left, right, and center. So I sent a message to Mr. Phil. I said, this is January. Where is the money of people they started paying? He promised December. He sounded genuine. So Mr. Phil said to me that just the day before, he spoke with Dr. Kashif. He had a very long meeting with Dr. Kashif and is getting ready to come and speak to the team. Speak to the team about what? All we want is our money. All we want is our money. That is all. People don't even want the interest anymore. They want the money they have invested. Those that have not got up to 100%, they need the money. Hard-earned money, they want their money. As simple. It's not that difficult. Pay people their money. So we haven't done anything. I'm glad, I'm happy, I'm grateful for this meeting. So I will start making some calls. The documents that we need, information that we need to put a case forward, I'm going to start on that. So I might reach out to the other leaders to see what they've done. And if we need any information, please, I'm going to ask for it. Because they cannot get away with it. Enough is enough. We're not stupid. We're not fools. You know, we've been waiting, pushing, wait, soon, soon, soon. How much longer can we wait? I mean, how much longer can we wait? It's frustrating. And I'm getting the flack because they think, you know, I'm getting my money or something to be the leader. It's not right. So I'm so grateful for this meeting. And I'm going to reach out to the leaders and whatever information we need to make a move in the UK, we're going to start on that. Thank you very much, Mr. Dawit.
Thank you so much, Madam Tolo from United Kingdom. I have to be very honest with you guys in terms of standing for the team. You know, and until today, the way Mr. Phil is communicating in the work zone corporate group, it's as if you know, he's begging everybody that let us do the right thing, let us do that, let us do this, let us do that. And I'm telling you that the truth. I have never seen such kind of effort. Sometimes he can post like 5, 6 messages. None of the messages have gotten reply. Like 7, 8, 10 of them. He always beg, let's do the right thing, let's do the right thing. He can post messages whatever. And I'm sure he has tried his level best. And I don't think that is going to be against what we are doing at the moment. And it's a very understandable. And what we are doing is exactly what we are supposed to do. However, we are not here discussing about this thing, saying that the company wanted to shut down the website. Some people are sending messages saying that what if those people decide to shut down the website? If some of you guys are going to think that you are going to be missing the website, please take the screenshot and keep it right now. What can we do? So you mean the website is working, we just have to keep quiet forever or what? What if those people are going to shut down? Is there anything you are benefiting from the website running right now? That's not the case. Now this is the issue. We are going to continue the business is what the company is saying. We are going to continue the business. The new website is already coming in. Instead of crying that, hey, what if those people are, for us, we have decided to individually, the leaders of Nigeria say, okay, let us not continue selling. If they are stupid, they can continue selling the e-money to their people, you know. You think all the Nigerians are members of WorkZone? The whole 220 million Nigerians are members of WorkZone? No. They can keep silent and continue selling their e-money to people. But they can't do that. Morally, you cannot do that kind of rubbish. People say, no, let us stop here. Since people are not getting paid, let us not continue selling the e-money to the rest of the innocent people. If they look after their stomach, can't sell, so even right now they can sell. The website is running, everything is working. They can go and sell the e-money to others. The same thing in Ethiopia. The same thing here in Dubai. The same thing everywhere. We as leaders communicated saying that, please guys, don't sell e-money to people. Don't register people. That is not going to be right. Since we also, the members are not getting paid. We can't be bringing new people. That's how we have stopped. Should they pay? Should they start paying? Some of you who wanted to work with the company, you can continue. That's exactly what we said to the company. So at the moment, some of you guys who are trying to, a lot of people are sending messages inside here that if they shut down the website, just know that it's because of what you guys are speaking in the call. Then for you, for us, we go after the company. For you, you can come after us saying that maybe it's because of us that the website is closed or whatever. I don't even understand what some people want. So, some people are saying that what are the strengths and the weakness of our case, so as to be adequately prepared. We have all the documents, all the registrations, everything anyway, everything concerning the company, we have it. And all the leaders have already shared all the documents that they are supposed to be sharing. And that is exactly how the fight, you can't just go to a police station, you say you have a problem with somebody. That's not how things work. They will ask you for a lot of information and a lot of documents that you need to be submitting. It's after you submit everything that they have managed to file a case. That's what the Nigerian leader was communicating. The Uganda leader was also communicating. In fact, let me surprise you guys. WorkZone was registered in Uganda 2 times. One, they had another business that they have registered for, and they have also another business which is WorkZone that we are doing. They also had a completely different business that they have registered in Uganda first. That was end of 2020, or I think it was beginning around January of 2021, when we were not even members of their company. All right, so I want to repeat once again, for those of you who have not understood maybe what I was saying, to the Ethiopians. አራት ነገር ነው የተደረገ ያለው። አንዳንድ ጊዜ ግሩፕ ላይ አንዳንድ ነገሮችን ፖስት ስናደርግ ሜቢ ጉዳዩ የኛ ጉዳይ ብቻ የኛ ፓኬጅ ጉዳይ ብቻ ሆኖ የሚታየን ሰዎች ያው አሁን ኢፎርቱ ከሁሉም አቅጣጫ ነው የተደረገ ያለው። ሁሉም ሀገር ላይ ያሉ ሊደሮች ናቸው ራሳቸውን ኦርጋናይዝ አድርጎ ከአሁን በኋላ በምንም አይነት ሁኔታ ለካምፓኒ ጊዜ መስጠት የለብንም። አሁን ወይ ይከፍላሉ፣ ካለበለዚያ ደግሞ መታሰር አለባቸው። ካልሆነ ደግሞ by the way, let me say it in English and I come back, all right, to the local language again. Look, when you go to a court, for example, if I accuse somebody in the court, and if I've been playing that person outside the court, and when I go to the court prove that I got money from that person, the court will also give me, if it is a criminal activity, or maybe if there is a game I'm playing on that person, it can be taken as a crime, right? If they believe that it is a civil case or it's about money, the court will tell you, okay, I've given you 5 months, you should pay in those 5 months. So now the case is that when you go to a court, you cannot tell the court that I am going to release after 3 months. I will be releasing after 10 months. That's not how things work with the law. That's why filing a case does not mean that, we want to give up everything and we don't care what is going to happen. Because somebody said, one of our leaders said in the group, if you guys are preparing this meeting or maybe filing a case so that you can be free, and even right now as I'm speaking, I'm promoting another company, I am 100% free. I'm not speaking from jail. I'm speaking from my sleeping room in Dubai right now. If I'm doing what I'm doing, it's because I wanted to start for my team. It's not because I'm arrested and I want to get out of jail. I am 100% sure nobody on planet has the right and even one single case against me. I know what I did and I did everything with record. But we are doing this for the team. If you are not understanding, if there is something devil is lying to your mind, tell yourself again and again. All the leaders inside this call right now, 322 people are in the call. I'm very sure most of us are leaders who are listening to me. You think only 321 people are the members of WorkZone? Some of them they are not even interested to join to the call. All they are interested to in is once you finish this call now, you will start receiving calls from them. Explain to me. You should be. What are you guys doing for us? That's what they will ask you. They are not even interested to come and listen to what we are saying. So that is exactly what is happening, guys. And we are not doing what we are doing to free ourselves. Free ourselves from what? Is there anybody among the leaders, All the leaders that were arrested, they proved innocent and all came out. There is no single person among our leaders who is in jail. Even some of them that were mistakenly arrested, they were released the following day or the same day. That's exactly what is going on, guys. So, when it comes to starting the case, people of South Sudan, we gave you next week. After next week, if you keep on delaying, we don't know you, meaning we are not going to work with you in any way whatsoever. The same thing works with the UK team. The same thing works with the Kenyan team. Organize yourself. Let the file be done next week. Organize yourself in Uganda. Kenya and the South Sudan. Let it begin next week. All right? Then from next week, then we are going to finish then the following week after next week, it should be, all about now coming to put the, then if they solve the issue, we can withdraw our case. If the issue keep on delaying, then we will keep on pushing and we will see, as Mr. Matthew said, we will see the end of it. And I'm sure nobody will like what is going to take place. Okay, let all the leaders of WorkZone across the world complete the cases represented together after every country to do its own case. I know. Okay, correct, Mr. Gordon Dew Kwar. That's exactly what we are going to be doing. And that's why we wanted the South Sudan leaders to complete next week and the Kenyan leaders. I think the rest of the countries are all fully prepared and they are finalized. So that is it. When it comes to the Ethiopian case, I think we need to wait for the lawyer to get back to us. But in Ethiopia, if there is any lawyer that has international, I can say international access or experience in doing this kind of work, please, you can support us, or else we will continue, with the lawyers that we have already spoken to, and we will see exactly how they can combine our efforts together. But we have to also finalize our issues next week so that all the cases presented at the same time to the same authorities, and we will be getting a very good result by the grace of God. That's all I can say. And I'm going to be posting this the recording of these messages in all the groups, and so that people can be listening to it after after the call, like the people who can be interested to listen to it. However, I'm sure many people, they were not interested to listen. That's why they didn't join. I'm sure that's the case. If there is anything that we have missed in saying, and you believe that you can write it in the comments, please go. Now, how can we support you guys to hire the lawyer? So far, so good. The lawyers have not asked anything because we are still in the initial negotiation. But later on, if we see what they are going to ask is going to be among our capacity, then we can come consulting to the team. But at the moment, we are not in need of, like, how can I say it? They have not yet said anything yet. So we are going to listen to them together, because we are going to invite. We will not do any meeting as leaders in a hidden way. Everything has to be public, and we shall invite the lawyers to the call, and they will require everything they will require in front of everybody. That's how it should be. For South Sudan, they can create another communication channel. The South Sudanese leaders, they know how they can communicate. I'm sure they have the groups and all ready, and they can communicate how they are supposed to be communicating. I'm sure they know how to do it. So that's all, guys. And we took almost about 1 hour and 30 minutes, and have a beautiful weekend ahead of you. I hope next week the countries I said, ምንም ቢሆን ምን ከዚህ በኋላ መታገስ አያስፈልግም ነው። መታገስ የሚባል ነገር ቆየ ከደረቀ አለቀ፣ ያለቀለት ጉዳይ ነው። ከጨረሱት በኋላ ነው ነገሮችን እንትን ማድረግ የምንችለው እንጂ እስከመች ከሰዎች ጋር እየተሰዳደብን መኖር እንችላለን? እንደዛ I'm very sure they might end up releasing some payouts, but as I said, like paying 20 people, 30 people, 40 people does not change anything. We are not talking about, like, personally, I don't think there is any leader who is crying in this call saying that we want to get paid as leaders. That's not the case. If it was all about leaders, then we can have a separate call outside this one. And we decide we can try with the company. That's not what we are trying to do. Paying 10 people, 20 people, 100 people does not change unless everything is settled. At least the people that have not received, they are 100% according to the promise should be cleared first. Then we can continue with the rest after. የክሱ ሂደት እንዴት ነው የሚሆነው? ጠበቃ ክፍያ እንዴት ነው የሚደረገው? ገና የተጠየቅነው ነገር የለም። ያው ኔጎሼት ነው እያደረግን ያለ ነው። የኬዙን ክብደት ማወቅ ይፈልጋሉ። በጣም ብዙ የሚከብድ ጉዳይ አይመስለኝም። ቢካዝ ሁሉም ነገር በእጃችን ላይ ያለ ነው። ገና ሄዶ ዲጋውት የሚያደርጉት ወይም ደግሞ ፈልገው የሚያሰባስቡት ነገር የለም። የሰጣናቸውን ነገር ኮሌክት አድርጎ ነው ሜቢ ሊያግዙን የሚችሉት። እንዴት አድርጎ ሁሉም ሰዎችን አንድ ላይ ማሰባሰብ እንደሚችሉ ላይ ነው የሚያግዙን እንጂ ኬዙን እኮ እኛም ራሱ መክፈት እንችላለን። እሱ አይደለም ችግሩ። ግን ሰዎች እንዴት አድርጎ ማሰባሰብ ይችላሉ? ያው ወደ ኦቶሪቲዎች ሲቀርብ የሆነ የተዘበራረቀ ነገርም እንዳይሆን ነው ላይክ ሎየሮች የሚያስፈልጉት እንጂ ምንም ገና ሄዶ ከማርኬት ላይ ፈልጎ ኦርጋናይዝ የሚያደርጉልን ነገር የለም። after the case filed in South Sudan, we will leave the rest to the government, or we will forward the comments to the UAE. Of course, we will also be forwarding. But the issue is this, Mr. Mahmoud. The issue is the government of your country will be searching for the people if they are in the country. That's the law. Once they don't see them, they will ask for support from international police. That's how things work. And the international police we will now know what to do. And remember, all of us are doing at the same time. All right? So that is it, guys. And I think we have tried to be as clear as possible in what we are doing. That is exactly what the leaders are doing. Have a beautiful weekend ahead of you. Bye-bye.